Less than $500 for a MacBook? Yep, you heard it right.
This is MacBook Neo.
Apple just launched one of the cheapest laptops they've ever offered, and I think this is going to disrupt the whole laptop industry because this is an area where they've never actually ventured into. They've contemplated, they've tested waters by trying with their phones. We've got the 16E last year to really kind of capture the lower end market, and now they've launched a MacBook for the entry or the students or first time user, and I think it's going to disrupt the market. Here's my absolute honest take on the good and the bad on this laptop from being a long-term Apple user as well as a PC user, and also whether this is actually for you. So first up, let's talk processor. It's an A18 processor and it comes from a phone, so it's not the typical M series that you see. Obviously, Apple's gonna try to cut money wherever possible given it's an entry price laptop, but you're probably worried, is it capable? Well, to be honest, I think it's gonna be just fine for the target audience that they launch into. The iPhone 17 Pro is more than capable, the iPhone 16 Pro is more than capable, and they're able to do a lot of heavy lifting, heavy tasks from editing to photography to everyday tasks. And I think the only drawback was either the memory and heat dissipation. And given the size of being a laptop, heat dissipation I think shouldn't be a problem. And because Apple is the only company that owns its hardware, its software, it's able to integrate and just drive the efficiency of the whole processing to the next level. The weight is 1.2 kilos, 1.23 to be exact. It's exactly the same as an Air. I'm sorry what that is in cheeseburger language. Fully aluminium construction body. Now that's a first for a price range thing, right? I mean, if you're a Chromebook user, this is something that's going to blow you out of the water, and that's the market Apple is targeting. We go to school and a lot of us started off with a Chromebook and it's made from plastic. I'm sure there's many of you where you felt like the quality isn't there, it's plastic and you drop on the floor, bits will crack and things like that. Being an aluminium or aluminum, you're not going to have any of that. It's great at dissipation of heat. The only downside is if you do chip the side, you're going to get a chip and that's not going to come out. But overall feel and ergonomics and the quality wise, I think at this price range, I don't think anything's going to be anything that Apple's going to throw out in terms of ergonomics and design wise. As I mentioned, 13 inches, 60 Hertz only, and no true display. So basically, it weren't able to detect the ambience or the lighting in the room and adjust accordingly so you see actual true colors to the eye. The question is, how accurate is the colors? Well, that's something we would have to test. It comes in 4 different colors. You've got the silver, the blue, the pink, the citrus, I think that they call it, the citrus yellow. Very young colors, very playful. Even the fonts and the creative writing design on the website for the Neo is targeted at young generations, right? First time users. So I think it follows the theme of the iMacs, the desktop iMacs. It has keyboards that matches the colors as well. So all color theme, very nice. The keyboard does not have backlighting, unfortunately. There's also the option of a Touch ID. This is only available on the more expensive version. So it comes in 2 different varieties, the 256 and the 512. The 512 gigs comes with the Touch ID, whereas the lower one does not. The touchpad looks fine, but it does not have force touch, so there's not that artificial response when you press down on a touchpad as if you're pressing a button. None of that, okay? So it will feel pretty muted. The thing would be the RAM. A lot of people are very concerned. It only has 8 gig RAM. In 2026, 8 gigs of RAM is pretty much unheard of. And I think having an 8 gig by RAM is perfectly fine for what the target audience that Neo is catered for. But if you're a Pro user, you probably won't get this anyways, and you'll go for a Pro. There's no mention of AI, which is probably why you can understand now. They've taken all that power away from the Neo. You can do basic AI like ChatGPT and remove certain photos like magic masks. Connectivity, 2 ports, USB-C. Not Thunderbolt at all. One is for charging, one is for, you can do a USB or you can do an external display. 4K 60 Hertz supported external display on one of the ports. Does not have a MagSafe charger. There's a headphone jack and a couple of speaker grills on the left and the right for surround sound, which is great. So it's a very simple, basic MacBook, but if this was a couple of years back, this would have been a great MacBook. But I think what Apple's done with Neo is something very strategically and very smart. I think it's going to disrupt the market for entry-level laptops. You're going to have a choice now. You either get a Chromebook or you get a MacBook. I'm going to spend a similar amount of money, less than $500. Oh, this is going to be a hard decision, right? Let me know what you think. Do you think this is something you'll get into, or if a first time maybe your children might be interested in? And if there's anything you want me to test on the new Neo, like softwares, products, editing, or any workflows, let me know in the comments, and I'll get back to you with an honest review.